Welcome everybody to the virtual Baby Palooza. We are streaming now on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to give everybody a couple of minutes to come in. We just had a little technical error with Twitter or X, but we are here on Facebook and YouTube. So we are going to spend this session with our friends at Kiko. They're going to show you some new products, but we would love in the comments for you guys to tell us where you are watching from. So if you will just pop up in the comments and just say where you're watching from, and also if you are expecting or if you've already had your child, give us the age. So we'd love to know where you are and where you're watching. But Ace, I am going to hand it over to you, and we'll be back at the end to do that big prize. But I'm going to get out of the way. So this is Ace from Kiko.
Hey, welcome to Baby Palooza and welcome to the Kiko booth. We're here in beautiful Lancaster, Pennsylvania, in the middle of lots of cornfields, lots of fresh vegetables. It's a great time of year here in Pennsylvania. But anyway, we're happy to be here and share with you about Kiko. Yeah, it's not Chico, which a lot of people think it looks like, but since we're an Italian-owned company, that CH gets a hard sound, so it's pronounced Kiko. So a lot of you all know us from car seats and strollers, and we're going to talk all about those tomorrow. But tonight, we're going to talk about our indoor type of products, high chairs, play yards, all the things you use indoor. We've got a few new, really neat things out here. And Federico, who is our product manager for indoor products, is going to come and share some of those with you. One of the ones he's going to talk about tonight, which is going to be a raffle item, is called the Lulla Guide, and it's a bassinet. It's a great little item that you can use for your child, for your baby, and Federico will mention how long you can use a bassinet, etc., and that type of thing. So welcome again. Happy to be here with you. And Federico, come on, we got a lot to talk about.
All right, good evening, everybody. Happy to be here. Happy to have the opportunity to take you through some of our new products. We had quite a few product introductions in the past few months, and some items that you're going to see tonight. One of them just arrived a few days ago. So that's one of the great things. One of the things we love about doing these events with Baby Palooza. It gives you new parents at home a way to discover new products now, especially that there isn't a lot of opportunity to go into stores and seeing all these things. So you're getting some up close look at a lot of new gear for baby that you might not be familiar with. I'm dividing this presentation in two types of products. One's for eating and then one for sleeping and relaxing. We have a wide range of products at Kiko in each of these categories. So we have multiple high chairs, multiple booster seats, multiple play yards, and they each do something a little different. Some are more built for travel, some are more lightweight, some are more extra plush and extra comfort. So there'll be something that fits a particular need. I'm just going to cover one type of each one of these kind of products. But if you have questions that are not just specific to the product, but about the product type of like, when should I start using a booster seat? Who are high chairs for? Please ask them during the presentation. I'll be happy to come in and answer those as well. So without any more delay, I'm going to jump into my presentation with some feeding products. And one of the newest items that we've launched is this little item right here. So you can see it, how small, compact it is, very easy to carry, very lightweight. Is a booster seat called the Bento Booster. It is very easy to take along with you. And when you go anywhere, like a restaurant, I'm going to just tilt down the camera a little bit. It's okay. You would set this up just by pulling up the backrest, and you can see the tray, which nests within the backrest, kind of moves up with it. So there is no other parts to snap out. It comes out of the box like this. You set it up. If you need extra height, there are legs underneath here that pop out. And now you can strap it to a chair. Underneath here, there's a little compartment that stores the little straps that go around the chair. So you would take these straps, fasten them around this chair, and use it for any child that's at least 6 months old and then going up to 50 pounds. 6 months, we say, because 6 months is usually around the time when a child will have enough neck control not to flop over. As you can see, this is fairly upright seat environment. So when you put a child here and they're not, they don't have enough upper body strength, they would like slump over. Plus, usually until 6, they wouldn't really be eating by themselves anyway. So this is really more for that child that's kind of transitioning, is learning to eat by themselves and feed themselves. There is a handy tray that comes off. You can put this in the dishwasher, snaps on very, very easily and securely, and just creates this great, easy to wipe package. There is not many nooks and crannies for food to hide. It's all smooth plastic surfaces that you can wipe down with the multiple heights. I'm just gonna move this table out of the way for a second just to show you what it looks like on a chair. So this is what you would do, is you take the straps, and there is straps both for the backrest and for the bottom of the seat. So one set of straps connects to the back of the chair, whereas the other set of straps connects underneath the chair. So once you center your seat, you just want to tighten those straps, make sure that the chair doesn't move, and now you can put your child on the chair. There is a 3-point harness to keep them secure. When they get a little bit older and they're no longer requiring the tray to feed, you can take the tray off, and then you can just push the chair up to the table, and now you have your older child sitting on the chair. So that's the booster function, but this is what we call a 3-in-1 booster, because not only can it be used on the chair, but you can then disconnect it, and then what you would do, come up close again, you're fine there. You take the straps, you can see, like, we try to think of everything. We know nobody likes having lots of dangly straps everywhere, so there's compartments in here that you can use to store the straps out of the way when you're not using it on a chair. And there are some in the back as well for those back straps. So you get these straps all tucked in here, and now you can use the bento as a floor seat. So this is where the floor, you can just put it down, and now this becomes like a little chair for your toddler. They can use this up to 50 pounds. We've also made the harness easy to remove. So there is a little butterfly underneath here. You basically would just need to take the harness webbing, and then you slide it out like so, and all the harness pieces come out from the front and also from the back, and you just have a simple little chair for a toddler. This is important to note. It's you might not realize this, but one of the things that happens with a child, like until they learn that they can get hurt. Sorry, can you mind helping out a bit? Yeah. Thank you. Is that they can push with their feet and topple a seat over. So one of the design criteria here on the bento was to have a footprint that was pretty wide. So you cannot do this. You cannot put any just plastic booster seat on the floor because they wouldn't have the kind of tip resistance that a product like the bento has. So we designed this on purpose to be used as a little toddler chair after you're done using it as a booster. When you're done using it, again, put the tray on, squeeze the backrest comes down flush with the tray. The legs kind of fold in, and now the handle serves as a carry handle for you to take it with you. $29. It comes in 3 different colors. There's a gray, a green, and a pink as well. So great little item. Any questions about it or booster seats in general?
Retail?
$29.99.
Oh, you mentioned, sorry.
Yep. Okay. Do you have any with a 5-point harness? Yes, we do have a booster with a 5-point harness. It's called the Pocket Snack. It's called the Snack Booster. Pocket Snack also has a 3-point harness. The Snack Booster has a much higher backrest. It's about this high, the backrest. So there is slots on the higher part that would give you the shoulder strap as well if you have a child that needs that restraint as well.
KikoUSA.com if you need to check that out.
Correct. Yep. KikoUSA.com. If there are no other questions about boosters, I'll get to the next feeding product, which is our Zest high chair. It's a great little item, and I was very happy to be able to introduce a booster seat at such an aggressive price point of $29.99. But this beats even that, because this is a whole high chair with multi-functions, 4 different modes of use, with a $69 retail. So a very aggressive price point, very sleek looking, very sleek in use, because as you can hopefully appreciate on screen, this is all smooth surfaces that are super easy to wipe and keep clean. Those of you who are experienced parents will know how difficult it is to keep a high chair clean, just because of the nature of what goes on in a high chair. So kids are learning to feed themselves. So once again, a seat like this, because of the upright posture, would be for 6 months and older. And the 6 months, when they get to a year and they start like making messes and touching this tomato sauce and touching all over, everything gets to be a mess. So it's really nice to have a chair that you can easily wipe down, put under the tray under the sink, run a hose on it if you want, and get it really clean. So let me show you the various modes of use of the Zest high chair. This is the most traditional high chair configuration, what you all think about on a high chair. It has a tray, it has a seat, it has the 5-point harness that we were talking about before. And you would sit next to the baby, feed them, let them play with their food and feed themselves, etc. If the child outgrows the tray, they want to just bring them close to the table, you can take the tray, which has 3 positions, by the way, so you can move it forward if you need more space. It comes off, and on the rear, there are clips that allow you to store on the back. So you always have a place for the tray, but now you have an area for a child that wants to kind of sit with the parents at the table. You'll see that this bar remained on with the crotch bar in between. That provides a little bit of safety and resistance as when you put the baby in, before you buckle them in, they won't slide out because there is already this rigid crotch bar holding them in. But then you do have the 5-point harness that you put on them, so they're ready to eat. As they get even older, you can completely remove the T-bar, and just like on the bento, all the straps come out. So you can remove all the straps to give you a clean, clean seating surface. I won't go through the whole motion here because there's more configurations I want to show you, but you can remove all of the straps, and now you have basically what we call a youth stool. So this can be used up to 60 pounds. So 3-4-year-old can sit on this at the table and just be like a little bit higher than a regular chair and bring them to the table, but they're old enough at that point to kind of get in and out by themselves. The other I wanted to show you, so this is the two modes, the high chair mode and the youth stool mode for that older child. What I want to show you though, before I go through some of the other configurations, and I have the high chair in the higher position, is how this folds, because this type of chair is a fairly common design, the four legs connecting to what we call like a bucket seat, but most of those don't fold, whereas the Zest, you press underneath and it falls flat, and you can put it out of the way when you're done with your meals and store it conveniently in your kitchen. So that's a pretty unique thing for this type of this style of chair. You can also see it's very lightweight. There is no wheels. I know some high chairs have wheels. Some of Kiko high chairs have wheels, but those tend to be our bigger, bulkier chair. This one is very lightweight. It has gliding feet, so you can push it easily and just pick it up, move it wherever you need. The footprint is as small as we could make it, staying within safety standards. Again, you have to imagine maybe a child sitting on a high chair and pushing with their feet against the table or a hard surface and tipping over. So it's important that when you buy a high chair from any manufacturer, you make sure that it's JPMA certified. That means it passes all sorts of tests, including tip tests, to avoid having your baby topple over. But let me resume the various modes of use of the Zest. So you saw the high chair, you saw the youth stool. The next thing you can do is take all the legs, the bottom part of the legs off. And now you have a little toddler chair. So if you have an activity table, and again, the harness you can completely take off. If you have an activity table, this is the perfect height for a toddler to sit down at a low table. You can then put all the accessories back on. So for a slightly younger child, you might want to have a surface to either have a snack or even play with Play-Doh and have activities. You can put the tray and the T-bar on. So lots of flexibility, $69. There's two colorways. There is this gray one, and then there is one that's more on a blue-gray color scheme called Capri. Those are also available on our website. So if you want to look at the pictures, you can take a look. Any questions about the bento or high chairs in general? Let me see. What age and size? Okay, so the bento specifically will start at 6 months because it doesn't have a deep recline. Most high chairs start at 6 months. Again, you want that baby's neck strength, back strength not to slouch forward. The maximum range of use depends on the chair. On something multi-use like the bento, because you can get to the youth stool mode, we go all the way up to 60 pounds. So again, that would be maybe 4 or 5 years old, depending on the child. Sorry, I called it the bento, but it's the Zest. And on some of our other high chairs, we have one where the youth stool is even bigger than the one on the Zest. That can go all the way up to 100 pounds. And in truth, people around the office here sit on it, and it's fine. So it's more like we realize at some point people are going to move to a regular chair. But so it kind of depends. You need to check with each manufacturer. Normally starts at 6 months. It'll go up to 2-3 years, even beyond. In practice, most kids will not want to sit in a regular high chair for much longer. They feel like, they're being babies. They don't want to grow up. Even at 1.5 or 2 years old, they begin to be like, they want a big kid seat, which is why something like the Zest is great, because they can kind of move on to that next stage. It's like, well, now you don't need the tray, and now you don't need the harness, and now you can have your little low to the floor chair. So that's kind of nice. I just also want to say, since you asked, there is some type of chairs, and we have a couple in our collection as well that are made for newborn. Those will have a much lower like recline, almost flat recline, and the leg rest will come up, so it kind of creates kind of a cocoon and a little surface for a newborn, so they don't need to be able to have neck strength. They can just lay down. But those are far less common. So you need to specifically look for a newborn, a high chair, if that's the kind of use you want. Any more questions? Yes. Can the harness be removed to wash? Yes. So the harness, you can slip it off, as you can see from the back. You flatten the butterflies and you slide it out. This is though for, I would recommend spot cleaning, just because the central part of the harness here has a spring. So if you get it wet, it'll eventually rust. So better to just take a sponge or soak the straps in like a cup or in a basin and just remove the stains that way. Any other questions? Oh, does it? Yeah, wheels. So no, the Zest does not have wheels. We have other high chairs with wheels, but those tend to be our multi-adjustment chairs. So the ones that have like height adjustment and recline, and they're bulkier and heavier. So we have wheels to help you move them around. But the Zest is ultra lightweight, so you can just lift it with one hand. Okay, I didn't see the last question that popped up, but I think I'll just move to the next product type, because I don't want to run out of time without at least showing you very quickly what the Lala Glide bassinet looks like. If you want to tilt down a little bit, please. And yeah, you can see it here. This is a bassinet. This is the price. This is what we are giving away today. It has various modes of use, again, kind of like our high chair. So this is the stationary mode. You would have this maybe in your room next to your bed, because bassinets are ideal from newborn all the way to about 5-6 months of use. So they're very convenient. Those first few months you're at home, baby needs a lot of frequent feeding, even in the middle of the night. So it's nice to have the baby next to you in your room or very nearby at least. So this is the stationary mode. You can then press buttons on the side here, and that will release the bassinet, and you can now rock it. So it has a gliding mode. The gliding mode is particularly used, so again, if you're in bed, baby's getting fussy, you can just gently rock them back to sleep. I don't know if this shows up on screen, but there is mesh all around, so you can see straight through into the bassinet. So you have the standing mode, you have the gliding mode, and then what you can also do is completely remove the top part from the stand. So the stand would remain in your bedroom, ready for when you come home, and you can take the top part with you. So if you're going to see friends and family, there is a carry bag that's included. The mattress comes out, and then the whole unit can be flattened down. Take the mattress, put it all in the bag, and you can go off to see friends and family. The baby will have a place to rest and be safe. And then when you come home, you will set it up again and put it on the frame. One thing I also wanted to show you is the mattress is waterproof. So there is a waterproof surface and a fitted sheet, and you can get extra fitted sheets if you need them. This is $149 retail. It's called the Lala Glide bassinet 3-in-1. Any questions about this product or bassinets in general? Okay. Okay. In general, all bassinets are for newborn all the way to 5 or 6 months. The reason is that you want to make sure that the baby does not roll over and pull themselves up from the top bar of the bassinet and pushes themselves over. So that's the main thing you want to kind of watch out for. That's the developmental stage. What usually will happen around 5 or 6 months is they start rolling over and then pushing on their hands and knees, and that's when you want to stop using the bassinet. Bassinet will have a weight limit on them. For most companies, it can be 15 pounds, it can be 20 pounds, sometimes as high as 25 pounds, but really it's about that developmental stage. Okay. No, Shanada, I'm sorry if maybe you missed out at the beginning. I'll show you the Lala glide is designed to glide, as the name implies. There are buttons here that allow you to release it, and you can glide it. So hopefully that answers your question. That's not typical of all bassinets, so you do need to find a model that rocks or glides. Anything else? That's the side of the bassinet. Yeah, one side, you mean like a co-sleeper? No, we don't. We do have another product. If you go to our website, it's called the Close to You. That actually brings the baby in bed with you, so you can co-sleep with the baby, but they are enclosed in their own space, and you can grab them in the middle of the night. That's the side of the No, this one, this unit here does not have removable, washable soft goods. A lot of our other products do are play arts, which I won't have time to show you today, but we'll have zipper that allow you to remove the soft goods, but not the Lala Glide. The Lala Go Anywhere, which is another one of our bassinets, does have a zipper around the border that allows you to take all the fabric off. Okay. I think we're over time, so if you don't have...
You can do the float.
Oh, okay. I'm going to show you then one more item because we're getting to the end here. That's another, this is the one that I was just telling you that just launched. So you're among the first people to see it. It's called the Float Baby Seat. It's not a rocker because it doesn't rock. It's not a bouncer because it doesn't bounce, but it floats. So fortunately from this angle it's hard to see, but there is nothing connecting the top part to the bottom but cables. So there is no rigid connection, it's just steel wires all around. What that does is it creates this tension where like even the slightest movement from baby causes the top shell to move. It's not a big swinging motion like our power swings. We have a version of this called the E-motion, that's a motorized glide. This is very soft, very natural. So we compare it to a parent holding a baby, that kind of like shifting your weight from one hip to the other, gently rocking them, breathing. It's a very natural movement that this unit has, and it's powered by babies. So as the baby gets calm and sleepy, they'll stop moving and they can rest. But if they become active and they start playing their arms and kicking with their legs, then the whole unit will start moving. And so it's kind of like the more they're agitated, the more it kind of rocks them, and the more they calm down, the more it stops moving. The fabric is a nice, very, very soft, organic cotton material. The toy bar can be removed if you don't want to use it, and the whole unit folds easily, very flat for transportation. So this is what it looks like when it comes out of the box. There is absolutely no assembly required. Then you pull in the front and you set it up and you're ready to go. You can put the toy bar if you want it or not, and you have your 5-point harness included as well. This is called the Float. It's $149. It's again something you would use from birth to about 20 pounds. Any questions? what's the fabric made of? So the top of the pad is organic cotton. The backing is polyester. You can remove it right away. Everything snaps off, so you can take it off to put in the washing machine. Okay. So an eyesight is not that great. How much weight does it support? So it's rated to 20 pounds, but it's really about baby's development. You could put a lot more than weight than 20 pounds in here. It's just the fact that, like, we're talking again about 5-6 months period where the baby will have some upper body strength. They might just kind of like want to pull themselves up, and then they kind of like flop over. You know, they just kind of like their head goes forward, and so you want to watch as a parent when you use these products. It's not for you to put the baby there and then go walk the dog for 10 minutes. You want to have, you know, some be in the same room, have an eye on your baby, and especially as they get older and toward the upper ranges of usage, to ensure that their development is still appropriate for the type of product. Anything else? Okay, then I'm going to leave it back to Ace, but thanks very much for your time, everybody.
All right, I know that was a lot in a short amount of time. It could have been a lot more. We've had tons of products. KikoUSA.com. You can see a lot of things there, videos. A lot of your questions can be answered right there and so forth. We thank you for joining us. Tomorrow morning when we're on, we're going to talk car seats and strollers. It also will be a jam-packed session with lots of stuff to talk about. And Cece is going to raffle off that Lullaglide that Federico showed you, the Lullaglide bassinet. Hi, Cece.
Hey, Ace, thank you so much. And we posted the links in the chat as we were going to those products. So you guys can click on that. And we had a little sound problem, but we're still going to post the video on the website. So if you guys have any friends or family members that are expecting that may have missed this, you can let them go and watch it on the site. So everybody that has checked in, we are adding all your names to the raffle tickets, and we are about to draw one. This is a random draw, and we're going to post it. So are you ready?
Yes.
Drum roll, please.
Yes.
Can I get a drum roll?
Yes.
Okay, and the winner of the lullaby is Vanessa Villa. Vanessa Villa. Vanessa, we will email you and get your address, and we will send it to Kiko, and they will ship your product directly to you.
We'll get it right out of here via FedEx, and you should have it in a couple days, depending on where you're located.
Awesome. Well, thank you, and we'll see you in the morning.
Thank you.
All right. So next, we have Amy is our baby wearing expert, and she is going to come on and share with you her favorite slings and tips and things like that. So let me get Amy for you guys, and we're going to do the same thing. If you just showed up, make sure that you comment and tell us either where you're watching from and your due date, or your baby's age, to make sure that we're able to count you into the raffle. If you have any questions, Amy will stop for questions, but let me introduce you to Amy. Hey, Amy, how's it going?
Hello, welcome. It's good to see everyone.
Okay, so I am going to get out of the way so we can make your screen really big and you can talk about all things baby wearing. And again, guys, if y'all have any questions as she goes, just post them below and we will post them when she takes a pause.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Amy, and thank you, Cece, for having me. I am a baby wearing educator. And so that happened as, you know, I became a mother myself and found out how helpful it was to be able to baby wear. So today I'm going to share with you 3 great options for that newborn time. And I'll share with you quickly how to use them, And then if you have any questions, feel free to pop in and let me know. We are going to start with something called a soft structured carrier or a buckle carrier. And this is a good option if you need a little bit more structure, or once they're big enough. You want to make sure that the carriers all have their buckles aren't cracked or anything, and you want to make sure all your carriers have a warning label that's sewn in to the carrier. And for this specific one, we put it around our waist, and we will buckle it when we hear the click. Kind of put it on like a apron. You hear the click, and make sure that it's through the safety loop. Here, you want to bring the carrier up higher than probably what you would imagine, and because you want to make sure that baby is high and close enough to kiss. This particular carrier would not be great for a newborn, and I want to show you why. It has a very wide area here, but might be better for a baby whose legs are a little bit longer, so maybe a little bit older. But we would bring baby to us just as we would naturally hold them on our chest. And you bring that carrier up and around you and baby. Put on one strap and put on the other. In this particular carrier, I like to reach up and back and snap the clip in the back. And so that way you have your both shoulder straps. The carrier is up to their neck, but not over their head. They're close enough to kiss. You've checked their open airway. They have a good spread squat position, making sure that the width of their seat is specific for their particular age and how long their legs are. And so there you go. And that's a buckle carrier. So open airway, close enough to kiss. You monitor them. You can feel their little feet and see how they're doing in there and check on them. To come out of this carrier, you reach back up or have a friend help you unbuckle in the back. You bring each strap down while holding onto the baby here. And then you put baby in a safe place. And then you can unbuckle this one. So this one has 3 little buckles, and that's a little safety feature that this carrier has. Some of them have 2, some of them have 3, some of them have a little loop that you can put the buckle through, and that's just an extra safety feature that they have. So that's called a soft structured carrier, and there are some that start out at around 7 pounds, and so that would be good for a newborn, as long as they are good, they're not sick or have good lungs and everything like that, and you're checking on them regularly. Those soft structured carriers are really nice. Another great option that newborns love is a stretchy wrap. This is something kind of like a Moby or a Solly Baby. A lot of different carrier providers make these stretchy wraps, and they're really soft and stretchy. Some of them are hybrid. They're made out of different materials. So if you live someplace where it's warm, you might want a thinner material, or if you live someplace that is a little bit cool, or during the winter, they have a thicker material. So this one, we start by finding the center of your material, and you wrap here, create a little cummerbund, and you cross in the back. You cross your tails in the back. And from here, I like to bring up what I call my bat wings, up and over. You finger walk, make sure the material is not twisted. You can dry your back to make sure that material in the back is not twisted. So you have your 2 bat wings, and we're going to tuck these little tails through the cummerbund, and then we're going to cross them and create a seat where this baby will sit. You come around back and you tie right over left, left over right, a little square knot, and we will adjust that once we get everything situated. But see here, you have two pieces of material here, and then your cummerbund. So here we make sure material is spread out here, and you will welcome baby, hold baby here, welcome their legs through that seat, and bring that inner panel up here and here. So now they have that knee-to-knee support, and the material's all the way up to their neck without covering their face. And then you can bring up that cummerbund for a little bit extra support. So I make sure that baby's legs are out and I can feel them and check on their circulation. They have an open airway, meaning that there is room between their chin and their chest. Their face is visible, close enough to kiss. And we're going to come around here and just kind of tighten that up a little bit and retie. If you have extra material, you can always bring it around to the front and tie in the front. And that is a stretchy wrap. And newborns love that closeness and softness. It's like they're still in the womb. So we bring the cummerbund down, and while supporting baby's neck and spine, we pull these aside, and you can bring baby up and out, put them in a safe place, and then you can take your carrier off. You can untie in the back at this point. You can always leave these stretchy wraps kind of tied up, and so you bring baby out of the car seat and you need to go into the doctor's office. You can put baby back in, readjust your straps, and retie to secure. And that is a stretchy wrap. The last one I have is called a ring sling. These also are made out of a lot of different materials. This particular one is linen. Each ring sling will have rings that you want to make sure are solid all the way through, that there's no cuts in the metal. And these, again, will have a warning label, and it will tell you the weight and when it's recommended. Each manufacturer is different. And here you will put your ring sling together kind of like a belt. So you will bring the material through, and then the tails will come out to the side. And we've created a tail here, and your where your baby will sit will be in here. So we put if you're right-handed, I like to put my left-handed through and up and over here. And we're going to create a little area, space for where the baby will go. I like to start with my rings all the way up on top of my shoulder. I have finger walked the material so I know that it's not twisted or get bunched up. And we have our top rail, our center of our fabric, and the bottom rail. So we've created a space for baby, and we're ready to put baby in. We welcome baby, welcome their legs through the fabric here. And you bring that material up and over like you would put it over their head, but actually you would never do that. You just bring it up to their neck. We're going to create a seat. So I have a hold of baby here, and I'm going to take this material and tuck it and bring that material up to their belly button, okay? And that way I just created a seat. Then we're going to bring up the slack. We're going to take that top rail and stretch down and across. Take the middle of the fabric down and across, and that bottom rail down and across, okay? From here, you can see that I've created a good seat for the baby. Spread squat position, nice little M shape, knees are up. Material supporting their neck and head. And if you need to bring up a little extra material, You just bring material down and across, and that creates a nice, secure seat for the baby. In a ring sling, I usually keep one hand on baby. It's not totally hands-free per se, but this is another good option, really easy to keep in that diaper bag, just to pull out when needed. Baby, again, faces visible. There's open airway, good spread squat position, close enough to kiss. The rings are not over their face here. You have a good support on your shoulder right there, and the material stretched out across your back. And there they go, and they love it. This is a really good option. Like I said, it folds up so nicely to go in your diaper bag. And if they're feeling a little fussy or need to sleep, then you can put them in a carrier. But you want to just, again, monitor them. The ring sling's real easy to pull over your head and bring baby to a safe position. So those 3 types of carriers are my favorite for newborns: ring sling, stretchy wrap, and a soft structured carrier. The things I like to remember is just that you provide a good seat for the baby, so they have knee-to-knee support with their little, knees high and their little bottom is low, and they're sitting, have a good seat on their bottom. Then they're high enough, close enough to kiss, and open airway, meaning that there is space between their chin and their chest. And you always check their little feet, see how they're doing, and monitor them. Baby wearing is a great tool. If your baby is feeling a little fussy, or maybe just needs to be close to mom in that 4th trimester time, baby wearing can really help. Give you a little bit of ability to move your hands or do some things that you might need to take care of as well, along with baby. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to answer some of those questions for you. Each manufacturer is different. You always want to check the labels, see what weight they're recommended for. Ring slings, you could probably, and soft structured carriers, we can use those well up into toddlerhood a lot of times. And the stretchy wrap might be a little bit more challenging once that baby is a little bit older, but just because there won't be the support you probably want, but they're great for that newborn time. Yes, so that's a great question. There are manufacturers that offer belt extenders for plus size moms. There's also, with the wraps, you can get a longer wrap that has more material available for plus size moms, as well as the ring slings. You can get a longer amount of material so that it's more comfortable, just as comfortable for any size or shape. And then the buckle carrier, some manufacturers specifically sell ones that are suitable for plus size mamas, and then they also have belt extenders as well. And you just want to check with the manufacturer, like Ergo Baby, Tula. Those are some options. And then if you ever needed help finding one, you can definitely reach out to the community on Baby Palooza, and we can help you find what current manufacturers are providing some extra carriers that might be helpful for different shapes and sizes. Another one is if you have maybe narrow shoulders, there are different carriers, soft structured carriers that the straps can cross in the back. And so that's an option too. This particular carrier, the straps don't come unattached. Well, actually they do. They do. They come attached, And so when you put this on, you have the option to cross the straps in the back, and sometimes that helps distribute the weight. The preference, I don't, because I love all the carriers for all the different reasons, and you will quickly find that you may also want more than one. The soft structured carrier is great for baby wearing dancing. So that is something that I found that my children loved, that movement and swaying and dancing. They really loved Groovaroo dance. And so a soft structured carrier really was supportive for that as we went on our walks or to the beach. A ring sling is fantastic because it just folds up so nicely, and we could store it in the stroller or in the diaper bag. And so if we just needed, a quick thing to, bring baby wherever, so I didn't have to carry around the heavy car seat, that was also really nice, especially for those early times, those early months. My babies really enjoyed the ring sling. And then, although the stretchy wrap was really intimidating at first, once I got the hang of it and tried it a few times before the baby came, I felt a lot more confident. And the babies also really, really liked the stretchy wrap. It is very, very soft. I wish you could feel it, how soft it is, and stretchy and comfortable, and they just like cuddle in like a little cocoon, and they are so content. Yes, a baby Boujourne. I was barely able to read all of that. Yeah, so there's a lot of different types of carriers and different carriers that I love for different reasons. And a lot of carriers, they may have straps, or they may have a real narrow seat, which is really good for those beginning months to make, because they won't want to stretch or have a, so it says, how long can baby be carried in that position in regards to breathing, hips, etc.? That is a very good question. And so you'll want to make sure that you're constantly monitoring baby, that you're checking their breathing. If you have concerns about their hips, you'll want to definitely talk to your physician. The carrier is just a tool to help you, kind of naturally hold your baby where you would hold them. And so you're able to constantly monitor how they're doing. And of course, if you want to always check temperature and hydration, if that carrier gets too warm, if you're sweating, your baby also will probably be warm. If it's cold out, you want to make sure that their feet have little socks on them. And if, ideally, if they could wear pants and socks versus footy pajamas, that way you can monitor their circulation in their feet, as well as, you want to just always be checking on them when they're in there. And eventually, they're going to, you or them will be ready for the next thing that you guys have to do, whether that's a diaper change or activity, some tummy time. But that is a great question. Did you guys have any other questions? I'm so excited to be able to share with you today about some of my favorite styles of carriers. And there are a lot of good carrier brands out there. I know Kiko also makes a hip carrier for those toddlers as they get older and they're wanting to be up with you, like at a parade or something. So they have a great option for that as the kids get older.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Amy, for spending time with us today. I told everybody you will be live in Birmingham in a couple of weeks, so all the Alabama people can actually come up and you'll be able to have all your equipment and show them everything. So we're looking forward to that. But thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you. I can't wait to see everyone in person.
All right. All right, so we are going to do the drawing. So this is going to be for an Amazon gift card. That way you can go and purchase the sling that you would like. So based on the people that are present, and again, hopefully you checked in and told us where you were, what city you're watching from, and whether you were due, currently due, or have had a baby in their age. So randomly we put these in and let's see what it comes out with. Denise Berger, are you still here with us? Denise Berger, you are the winner of the gift card. So, guys, what we're doing is tonight we are doing these 2 sessions because we know everybody has a lot to do at night, but we're going to be back on at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. And we're going to kick it off with Kiko again because, like they said, they have too many products to be able to do it in one session. So, if you registered, you'll get an email with the lineup for tomorrow and all the details. Oh, Denise, great. So, Denise is still here. Denise will email you your gift card. But if you did not register, make sure you register so you can get all the information for tomorrow. And then another thing is, you know, we've been on the road with the in-person events. And so we haven't been doing as much of our virtuals, but we're going to kick our virtuals back up for the fall at the end of August. We're going to start having Mommy Mondays, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You'll be able to play baby bingo. But we're going to do it in a format where you can actually talk to each other. So if you're wanting to reach any, find new mom friends and ask questions with our experts and things like that, we're going to start having Mommy Mondays again at the end of August after our Birmingham show because we don't have as many events in person. So we have a little more time. If y'all have any needs, anything that we can do to help support you, you can always just let us know. We'll be in South Carolina 2025. Unfortunately, there's only so many weekends and we have to space everything out. But we are trying to get everywhere we can. Oh, yeah, I remember you that used to come. Yeah, we had a lot of moms that came during COVID. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, we're looking forward to just being able to be with everybody on a more regular basis. So look forward to sign up for Mommy Mondays. And like I said, we're going to be playing games, have mommy karaoke, have experts. We're just going to alternate it and do some fun stuff. So y'all have a great night. And we'll be back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. Thank you.